celebration today. Please come on in and have a seat. We're going to get started in a few minutes with some more music.
Okay, so we have a minute.
We're going to play some more music by popular demand. So please rise, whether in body or in spirit, and join us in song. Our first song is Brave.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes the shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen. You say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy. Falling for the fear and dancing, disappearing, bow down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your grave is. Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Innocence, your history of silence won't do you any good. Did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth and say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave.
Please take a seat.
Yes, anyone seen Ken, by the way? Anyone? Has he been just buttonholed somewhere and he's off in a corner over at the dining hall missing all this? The songs he picked. I think the search is now on for the guest of honor. I mean, I'd kind of hate to be doing this song and him hoping to hear it, and then him not hearing it.
You can always always watch the replay on YouTube.
I know, but you know. Indisposed. Okay. As long as he's in the building and can hear that.
Well, maybe somebody could just go and get him. Just drag him. He's probably listening to the Lemonheads or something.
Being here. You're just
here and
being,
listening.
Kim.
All right, let's do this. If you know this one, please do sing along. When I was a boy each week, Sunday we would go to church and pay attention to the priest, and he would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread, and every woman kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding that there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, I barely wet my fingertips. Now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. Used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down, but I'm walking with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face. Say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament. Tell you that it can't be done.
This morning outside I stood and saw a little red-winged bird burning like a burning bush and singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven second-rate hand-me-down. I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now.
Please rise, whether in body or in spirit. I know you know this one, and I'll always think of when we did the video and Rodney was doing something on a beach somewhere, turning around.
He's using his green screen awesomely.
Let's reach up, folks.
Now the time has come. The music's between us, though the night seems young. It's at an end. Only change will bring you out of the darkness. In this moment, everything is born again. Reach up for the sunrise. Put your hands into the big sky. You can touch the sunrise. With a new day enter your life. Reach up for the sunrise. Put your hands into the big sky. You can touch the sunrise. With a new day enter your life. Now the fireball burns. We go round together as the planet turns into the light. Something more than dreams too. Watch out for each other, 'cause we know what it means to be alive. Reach up for the sunrise. Put your hands into the big sky. You can touch the sunrise. Feel a new day enter your life. Reach up for the sunrise. Put your hands into the big sky. You can touch the sunrise. Feel a new day enter your life. Everybody, I want you to say, reach up, 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 reach up for the sunrise. Put your hands into the big sky. You can touch the sunrise. Feel a new day enter your life. Reach up for the sunrise. Put your hands into the big sky. You can touch the sunrise. Feel a new day enter your life.
Good afternoon. I'm Chris Chappelle. My pronouns are she and her, and it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to WellSprings on this occasion, celebrating the ministry of our founding minister, Reverend Ken Beldon. As you all know, later this week, at the end of this month, Reverend Ken is retiring from ministry after 24 years, the last 17 of them here with us at WellSprings. Woo! Whether you are participating here in Bell Hall or via our live stream today, we are so delighted you are here with us. Now, I have been here since the beginning, and I have worn many, many hats here at WellSprings over the past 17 years. The one that I wear before you at this very moment, though, is that of a member of the planting team. That was a small group that Reverend Ken convened at the congregation's beginning to discern together what we call our DNA, our beliefs, commitments, mission, and values. Borrowed from Walt Whitman's poem, I Sing the Body Electric, WellSprings' mission is to be a community charged full with the charge of the soul. Faith is an embodied experience for us here at WellSprings, lived out through our heads, our hands, and our hearts, and I must say, our amazing band. Our vision is that WellSprings is called to make the world whole. Wholeness does not mean perfection to us, but healing what's broken, weaving together what's torn apart, and true to our Unitarian Universalist tradition, not leaving anyone behind. As I look back on these past two decades, it's clear to me that WellSprings changed my life for the better, and perhaps even saved it. As may be true for many of us present today, I carry many competing emotions right now. But the one that stands out most prominently is gratitude. I am grateful to those from Mainline Unitarian Church, some of you I know are here today, and others who saw the need for a UU congregation right here in this part of Chester County and supported it wholeheartedly. I am grateful to the Unitarian Universalist Association and other UUs and UU organizations who supported a model for our start that allowed us to actually have a founding minister, to actually have a minister before there was a congregation. I am grateful for all those who have been and continue to be a part of this beloved community, especially my fellow planters. And I am so grateful to you, Reverend Ken, for sharing your gifts with us and laying the foundation for WellSprings to continue beyond you, beyond me, and beyond all of us. In short, thank you for being our founding minister. And in that spirit of gratitude and appreciation, let the celebration begin. It's customary upon a minister's retirement that the denomination share some words of gratitude. Pat Infante, our congregational UUA liaison, has pre-recorded some remarks, which we'll hear now, that will be followed by a compilation video comprised of responses to our call for anyone who wished to record a short message to honor Reverend Ken.
Hello, dear friends at WellSprings, and hello to you, dear Reverend Ken. My name is Patricia Infante, and I serve on the Congregational Life staff of the Unitarian Universalist Association in a geographic area that we call the Central East region. I'm so honored and privileged to be able to offer a few words of remembrance and appreciation as you end your time in ministry. It's been a real gift to know you and watch as your ministry unfolded, as you and your leaders created the DNA that would be WellSprings, nurtured it, and made it into the joyful, spiritually grounded community that it is today. I remember so clearly some of the early days. I've been in my position for 17 years, so I kind of have the long view. WellSprings was just an idea. It was a project that had some backing from the Unitarian Universalist Association, the chalice lighters of the Joseph Priestley, the former Joseph Priestley district, and the growth committee of the Joseph Priestley district. It was an idea for a spiritual community grounded in a commitment to spiritual depth and spiritual practice, an embodied way of living our values, not only on Sunday, but in our everyday lives and in the lives that we touch in our community. I was at a few of the meetings where WellSprings took center stage. There were so many meetings in those days before Zoom. I remember clearly Bob Johnson. Bob worked for the Joseph Priestley district. He was a growth consultant. And Bob was an organizer in his early career. And he's just a person who believes so deeply in the power of community. And he's really enthusiastic about the work that he enters into. And I remember Bob saying, there is something so special about this WellSprings. And a lot of what's special about WellSprings is this minister, Reverend Ken Beldon. Building WellSprings, living into your ministry, of course, hasn't come without a cost. But you've weathered change and challenge with grace, modeling your own willingness to grow and adapt as the years unfolded. I was there on the first Sunday of the celebration of WellSprings. It was such an incredible embodiment of joy, commitment, community spirit, and that centering of joy, that the movement, the music, the stories, the movies, that embodiment of joyful spiritual engagement has always seemed to this outsider to be such a hallmark of Sunday at WellSprings. Of course, along with that joy has been the hard work of creating and sustaining small groups and creating ministries that serve our people at their best and on their toughest days. And you didn't do it alone, Ken. None of us can. One of the things that defines a true leader is how they invite and inspire others, and the ways in which you lifted up the work of WellSprings as a shared ministry has been one of your greatest gifts. What an absolute joy it has been to have you in our midst, in the larger community of our greater Philadelphia cluster, in the larger community of Unitarian Universalism. Though we'll miss you, and we will, it is with profound gratitude that we joyfully say thank you, and farewell as you enter fully into this next chapter of life. May the abundant blessings of family, of good health, and work that continues to nurture and inspire be yours in the days to come.
Hi, Ken. Ken.
Hey, Ken, it's Greg.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Hey, Reverend Ken.
Hey, Reverend Ken.
Hi, Reverend Ken.
Hi, Reverend Ken. Susan Norris here.
This is Chris Olinger. Yes, you know who I am, but in 10 years, when you look at this video again, you might go, what the hell was her name?
I just want to thank you for sharing your gifts with us for these past 17 years. It has been such an honor and a privilege to work alongside you in building this beloved community.
We just wanted to let you know how much we really have appreciated and enjoyed being in your church and now our church.
We want to thank you for being such an important part of our lives.
And our story. We've been through some really difficult times, and you've helped us through that, and also some really good times.
Just wanted to tell you how inspiring and energizing I have found your Sunday messages, and I will greatly miss them.
From the beginning, I felt that you had such a gift of words. It's such a gift. And how many times when you were preaching did I say, he was preaching to me, and I'm so grateful to you for the words that you spoke through the years to me through those messages, and the support I received as a result of those.
You have been
an absolute joy and teacher in my life, and been there for me, especially the last couple months, in tough times, and certainly shared good times, I hope.
You've done so much. I've learned so much, and I'm just always trying to be just a better person and do what I can. And I appreciate that because that's something you've given me permission to do.
You and I began with your invitation for me to write an essay for that little book, Wrestling with Adulthood. By the way, I'm still wrestling. Still don't know what I'm going to be when I grow up. But the wrestling is a lot of fun. And you taught me that.
We've known you long enough to forget a lot, but what sticks with us is both what you have said and how you have listened.
Also, the way you shared your practice of mindfulness in a way that made it inviting and accessible.
That's helped us through a lot over the past decade and become our most durable tether over these past couple years.
And your participation in and speaking up for a more just world.
Oh, and your great help in renewing our wedding vows 5 years ago. Yes, the time goes quickly, and we remain. We outlasted the cherry tree.
It's gone. All gone.
I enjoyed helping out at the WellSprings Running for Recovery event on April 25th, 2015, and I still wear the t-shirt to work out.
Thank you so much, Ken, for being such a great pastor and giving a church home for Sandy and me, because we had been looking for a long time, and when we heard you speak and the encouragement you gave us to join the church, we appreciate immensely.
And thank you for practicing what you preach. You've set an example for me, and I think for many others, who strive to lead more authentic and courageous lives.
Hey Ken, congratulations on everything you've done for WellSprings and for your new and exciting transition.
It is an honor to get to share in your celebration of Ken concluding his amazing ministry among the great folks of WellSprings.
Okay, we're rolling.
Hi Ken, this is your brother-in-law John, for those of you who no one knows me there, and
Your lovely sister Mary.
Hi, Ken. I was with you, I believe, when you had your first sermon, and this morning I participated in the service where you presented your last.
Congratulations on such a successful ministry. I remember being on the UU growth team when we were partnering with folks looking at the Phoenixville, Exton area to plant a new UU church, and when that search committee got going and found you, really the perfect minister to plant a new, innovative church.
Ken was not my pastor, but is my dear friend. And I got to know him while I lived in southeastern Pennsylvania, and the friendship continues as I'm now in Tucson, Arizona.
It's been a real pleasure knowing you from before WellSprings even had its first members, and meeting you and seeing you build the church and grow it, and then discover that there are different things that better suited what you need. And as you know, you and I have kind of paralleled that, so it's been great to have that journey with you as well.
I have some little images that I kind of dug up from our past, and I hope your congregates like them as much as I do. Okay, here we have the two of us, and Ken when he was a little boy. People used to call him Kenky, just for everybody to know that.
It's been wonderful to watch you, to see you do what you wanted to do, to find satisfaction in it. And I'm very fortunate to have been part of it in some way.
Okay, now we have Ken, a little bit older, somewhere preteen, early teen, in his Yankees outfit. Go Phillies.
the way you brought mindfulness into your ministry and shared it with my ministry and your congregation. In a world with too much anxiety and stress and trauma, the way you've developed your pastoral skills, it all really has almost made up for the fact that you've remained a fan of the New York Football Giants and been against the Eagles. But as Francis David said, we need not think alike to love alike. And I sure do love you.
I remember when you were sort of bumping around the apartment in New York, collecting soy sauce packets and duck sauce packets in the refrigerator beyond the needs of any normal household. Truly bored, not really happy, not really directed. And your father had a conversation with you, probably many, and in one of them he suggested that you go see what was happening at All Souls and see if there might be something there that would begin something for you. Well, it turns out he was right.
Here we have Ken, a little older, hanging out in the backyard reading Rolling Stone magazine. So his love of music was very early on, even before that, really.
I don't think I have to tell you how distraught your dad was when you all lost your mother. And one of his concerns was that he wasn't going to be able to be the true parent to you, a single parent that your mom and he together had been, and providing the support that they as parents had done. And I just wanted to let you know, in case you don't already, that your success in your career really was a huge success for him, because it proved to him that he had that, and that he had the strength, the wisdom, and the connection to send you on your way to another place of satisfaction.
I think about all the ways people can understand ministry, and one element is the way that people love one another. And I have been loved by Ken and am honored to love back. Love in the sense of not just warm fuzzies, but in my faith tradition, we talk about love as committed self-offering. And I have seen that in Ken. He has been an incredible gift and is an incredible gift to me.
You have made all the difference in my life. Your ministry with WellSprings is extraordinary, and the people around you now know that. But your ministry to me, your mentorship to me, has been life-changing. And I am so deeply grateful for it all.
Hello, Ken. It's Tom Bandy here, a voice from the past, adding my best wishes as you retire from leadership in WellSprings Congregation and follow new paths in your spiritual journey. Back in 2008, you invited me to consult with the planting team for the future of the congregation. And I remember meeting in a church in Philadelphia. We worked together to focus the DNA for the future congregation, core values and convictions that would create a foundation of trust for all future creativity, and from which the vision and mission of the future would emerge. I've been reviewing my notes from that day in Philadelphia, and it's remarkable how those original ideas have been sustained and refined over the last 14 years. The current website uses many of the same words and phrases the group developed at that time, now enhanced, of course, by so many images and stories. It's a tribute to your leadership that there has been such alignment from past to present, and I have no doubt that that will be sustained into the future by Lee and the leadership team. So I hope your journey in the future will be as faithful and fruitful as it has been to this day. Best wishes.
So I celebrate with you, Ken, and with the wonderful people of WellSprings. The blessings of the Spirit be upon you all.
Obviously, I wish you all the best in your future, and look forward to continuing our friendship together. I love you. Bye.
I wish you good luck. I'll be with you as you find that luck as you go forward in your life. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of this journey so far.
I'm excited for you in this next phase of your life, wherever it takes you. It feels right, it feels good. I feel the loss, of course, with WellSprings. but I think your ministry, you have to know the extraordinariness of your ministry.
Ken, the song pretty much says it all. Hope you enjoy it. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a sea dropped from a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
I wish you the best in the next chapter of your life, and I hope to meet you again in our travels someday.
And even though this part of our story ends, our gratitude for you still lives in our hearts always.
You will be missed. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
We will miss you in the role of professional minister, but hope that we always remain in relationship with you around food and music and sports and flow and compassion and justice, and yes, even your love of and fascination with all mammals.
Just not the Yankees, ever.
Onward, and we'll see you down the road.
I wish you the very best in the rest of your practice and the next chapter of your life. And I know you'll live every day and moment to the fullest, because that's who you are.
Wish you the best luck in the future.
All the best, Ken. Bye.
I will miss you. Take care.
Take good care. Love you, Ken.
I love you and wish you the best.
In love, and in care, and in compassion. Thanks, Ken.
Best wishes wherever your path may take you. And please know that you will always be a part of us here at WellSprings.
Okay, this is a song by the Mountain Goats. This is a song with the same 4 chords I use most of the time when I've got something on my mind. I don't want to squander the moment, trying to come up with a better way to say what I want to say. People were mean to you. I always thought you were cool, kicking down concrete hallways in your spiked heels back in high school. It's good to be young, but let's not kid ourselves. It's better to pass on through those years and come out the other side with a heart still beating, having stared down demons, come back breathing. People were mean to you. I always thought you were cool, clicking down the concrete hallways in your spiked heels back in high school. You deserve better than you got. Somebody's got to say it sometime, 'cause it's true. People should have told you you were awesome instead of taking advantage of you. I hope you love your life now like I love mine. I hope those painful memories only flex their power over you a little of the time. We held on to hope of better days coming. When we did, we were right. I hope those people who did you wrong have trouble sleeping at night. People were mean to you. I always thought you were cool, clicking down the concrete hallways in your spiked heels back in high school.
There's really no works to this, so come on, we're giving you gifts. No, we're staying down here because Carol's down here. Unless you want to get up there. I got excited. I was like, I'm going to get on the WellSprings stage for the first time, and now I'm not. So, no, that's all right. So first, thank you. I didn't want to cry till the next gift. So it's appropriate because of the mountain goats, but as a congregation, we get you tickets to the mountain goats. Whether you take your wife or not, you know, but and there's a special message, you read that for whenever. Carol.
Ken, you inspired so many of us to grow and to open our hearts. Your ministry is such value to us. And there's someone that we know that you value his ministry, and that's Richard Rohr, Father Richard Rohr. And we have made a donation in your name and in your honor to his ministry. And we also have his digital book and a few other things that are coming. And there's something that I want to say publicly to you right now and to people that you have been a part of our lives. You do practice what you preach. Having had the honor of serving side by side with you in the office for many years, I saw the same values, the same love, the same authenticity practiced every single day with every single person in every circumstance. Thank you for your gift to us.
Hi, Ken. As you know, you reintroduced me to mindfulness, and it has quite literally changed my life. You've been very inspirational to me. So I reached out to someone who's been inspirational to you. And I'm going to open this for you because I want to read you what she wrote. It's a copy of Trusting the Gold by Tara Brach. And she says, "For Ken, with a deep bow to your years of ministry and all blessings as you continue bringing your bright, good light to serving our world, love, Tara."
And then I had another one. WellSprings and you have been such an important part of my recovery. I wouldn't be here today without WellSprings as a community and you in my life. And I say that in a way that I was in a very dark place in my life. And coming here kept me from wanting to take it too far. The first day I walked into WellSprings, there was a congregant giving her recovery story. And I knew that this was the right place for me. In recovery, it wasn't quite my time, and I've had a couple relapses in that time, but you never judged me for it. And when it finally was time for me to reach out and ask for help, WellSprings and Ken was there, and you were there. Helped me get into treatment and put me in sober living. And again, never even, no judgment. It was totally empathy, and I loved it as I knew I could. So much I want to say, and it's going to come out in like 2 minutes, and I want it to last for so long. Everything I have in my life, you are a part of. I am giving back to, WellSprings gave me money to get me help because we had the addictions and recovery team, and I asked for it finally. I was never one to ask for help, which also kept me wanting to take control of my own life, and when I finally didn't want to take control anymore. So I'm giving $250 to Unity Recovery, who is an organization that reaches out to many different addicts and alcoholics types of recovery, and that will put somebody in an organization or a home or something for one person. And that just is a drop in the bucket of what you have deserved and mean. So thank you.
I have one more gift, but I understand you have a gift. Here you go. We should go on stage.
Okay. Where am I? Right. Just let me look at you for a while, would you? This is overwhelming in the best way. eventually I'm going to have to speak. And it's always been a little bit of an odd fascination for me that as someone who is so deeply ambivalent about what words can and cannot convey, and actually prefer silence most of the time, that I've chosen both my professional lives to be in the giving and receiving of words. But the truth is, what animates those words is something that is wordless, which is presence. Which is why I just want to hold this moment and be present with you. I don't think anyone can take in all of this that was just shared with me immediately. So I will sit with this as I sit with, or at least aspire to sit with everything. To let it settle in me, to let you continue to form me, even in the time upcoming when we will be apart from each other. You may have heard people say that, why do we wait until after someone has died to have their funeral? I am having this experience right now. I think it is better now than when I will be dead. I do have some gifts for you, and I've said most of what I wanted to say to you over the last 6 months. And I want you to know about the gift that you have given me these last 2 weeks. Both for the time and the space of the message, my final message here as your founding minister that I was able to give to you last week, and to just simply be in the room this morning. There is an old hymn. I don't know if there's a punk rock version, Harry, but there should be. It's called My Life Flows On in Endless Song. This is what I feel here. This is what I know to be true. This is what you have showed me these last couple weeks. My ministry is over here yet. Yes. And yet. This is not a but day, this is an and day. The energy of my life resides here, as the energy of my life resides in every authentic human connection I have ever had in this life. Thank you for letting me know that WellSprings stays and is here for people who maybe at some point in the future might meet me. But you will be here to receive them when the next Eric comes up the stairs. And I only use Eric's story because he shared it with us so authentically. Your ministry is life-saving, and in that I rest. Thank you for everything that you have given me. And yes, to use the cliche that words can never convey or capture, and thank God they can't. What I'll say is this, just to conclude before I offer a couple gifts to you. In all the funerals and memorial services I've done over the years, and there are many, they probably number in the dozens over 100, I always include a line from Philip Larkin. And in the end, what remains of us is love. At the end of my ministry, what remains of me here is love. Thank you for that, my people. Thank you for the gift of allowing me to serve you. I love what I do now, and I will never, ever do anything like this again. I got one of these in my lifetime. I got one WellSprings in me. You all got it. So I'll hand this to you, Reverend Lee, on behalf of WellSprings. You can open it later or now. But I will tell you all what's in here. Things are different now than they were in 2005. Just a bit. Obviously, what happens in that back booth in terms of reaching people who are not here in this room is an incredibly vital part of the ministry that WellSprings has done these last couple years, and that WellSprings will continue to do in terms of reaching people who may never even set foot in this room. So I was talking to some of the members of the tech team, Carl and Rodney and John, over the last few months. And I said, well, what do you all need? This is such a vital part of who we are, and I don't really know much about what you do, other than you do it really well, but I can't really understand it. What do you need? He said, well, we could use another camera for streaming. And so in that envelope is a check for $1,500 that will go to pay for a new camera. And I did a little research here, and I know we've got some connections in the tech field. We might be able to get things at cost, but I didn't want WellSprings to incur any cost, nor any individual besides myself. Sorry for the pun, but I want WellSprings to keep streaming. And keep streaming strong. So that is the gift to the whole. Next gift. Reverend Lee. Hi. Jessica. Carol. Paula. One of the things that allowed me to know it was time to bring my ministry here to an end is that I've been full-time for really the last 3+ years as a mental health clinician. What that meant is I could never attend any of our staff meetings. And yet I read them every single week. I read the notes. And people, I just want to share this with you. I think you all know this already, and some of you are faced with similar challenges in your workplace. What these folks have done, what you have done, and you have done, and you have done, and you have done, in terms of responding to one curveball after another, after another, after another these last years, and Beth, you for this last year as well, it's astounding. And so, the one time that I did get to join you, it was last September, was at one of your favorite places, Malvern Buttery. So I want you to have not just one, but at least a couple, maybe even a little bit more, of a lunch or a breakfast as staff on me. And I want you all to celebrate the work that you do to keep WellSprings strong and to create all of this. I'm used to this. This is weird. Welcome. I could keep talking, but I think I'm done now. Thank you all.
Well, today I hope that these cameras are not too high def because everybody at home can see my mascara running down my face. So, Ken, you can stay there. We have one final gift to you, and it is in keeping with the spirit of your request. When I asked you, when we talked about what you might like to receive on this occasion, Ken was very clear. He said, I don't need any more stuff. And I think we've met the spirit of that challenge today. You said that you would like to have folks offer gifts to WellSprings in your honor. but we wanted to make it a little more special than that. So I talked this over with our celebration team. I talked it over with our board of trustees. I talked it over with 2 other people who are going to join me on stage right now. Most of you in this room have never seen this website, but the 3 of us on stage have seen it. Maybe Ken has too. I don't know if they had the internet back then, but This is the UUA's internship clearinghouse, where openings for ministerial internships are posted.
So every future UU minister looks over this list. It's how I found WellSprings a little over a year ago, actually, as they plan out their final step in their formation for ministry. So after seminary is done, or if you're at my school where you're in the process, after your forms are filled out and the chaplaincy training and all the interviews, you've got one final requirement to become an actual minister, and that is to complete an internship and get real-world training in a UU congregation. And so WellSprings has trained all 3 of us, the interns you see standing here, and Ken, all of us have been trained in the Spirit, and in your lineage, and we want to continue that for all the years to come.
Have you figured it out yet? So some UU congregations have what we call named internships. Unity Church in St. Paul, he hadn't figured it out. Unity Church in St. Paul, Minnesota has one named for the great Dr. Laurel Hallman. Our own neighbor down the road, Mainline Unitarian Church, has one named for their minister emeritus, Reverend Dr. Brad Greeley. These internship programs are named for an important or influential minister in the congregation's past. And so their training of new UU ministers reflects that minister's spirit in each successive generation. So this afternoon, I am pleased to announce that from this day forward, the WellSprings Congregation will have a named ministerial internship program, the Kenneth S. Beldon Ministerial Internship. Yes, you are looking at the 3 first Beldon interns. You are looking at the first 3 Beldon interns, retroactively for Greg and for me. Our hope is that there will be many more of us, and that this congregation will not only carry on the legacy of your ministry in our memories, but that all of the UU ministers trained here in the future will bring your lineage out into the wider network of spiritual communities that we all someday will serve. Greg.
So, this is a surprise gift that we mentioned in the invitation, and I asked you all to bring your checkbooks for, and I know you did that. Today we will take our first ever collection for the Beldon Ministerial Internship. Please consider giving what you can, and maybe a little more, in honor of Ken, to ensure this fund will help sustain and share his legacy long into the future. We will pass the hats for any gifts you are ready to give right now, as I invite Rodney up to play another song for us all. And while we do, there's also a wooden box on the welcome table out there, where you can leave a gift just outside Bell Hall, or you can give electronically with your credit or debit card, texting WellSprings, right? Beldon, to 73256. It's right up there. Good. And you can do that from home, too. For all of you watching from home, you can do that on your cell phone. And you send the words WellSprings Beldon, WS? How do you say that? WellSprings Beldon in a text message. 73256 is the number, and you'll get a message back with a link, and it'll let you complete that gift. online. And if you're watching from home and prefer to mail a check, please do so. You can mail it to the office at any time and make your checks out to WellSprings Congregation and write Beldon Internship in the memo line.
You had a data-heavy portion, I'm sorry. Good. So Ken, all of the future ministers that we train here will be blessed to have this beloved community that they serve and to do so in your name. You didn't know? Yes, got the surprise. So Rodney is getting ready to play a little bit of music while we pass the hats, and then he has a surprise song as well ready for Ken. So you might want to sit down for that one. Ken, I am sad that our years of co-ministry are finally coming to an end. But I will say that alongside sadness is truly a much larger gratitude. Your ministry changed me, and it changed so many others in this room, as we've heard. It made us better. It made this community take form, and we love this community. So while your relationship to all of us changes today, I'm so glad that now we can give back to you. I hope that you will take in some interesting sermons as you sit in the back row with your tweed emeritus jacket with the leather elbow patches, your big beard. I hope you'll take in some interesting sermons from future Beldon interns. Take them out to lunch, maybe. And hopefully you'll take some pride in seeing what all of us here in this congregation do with what you started. We love you.
I think it's okay. No, I think I'm good. Okay, thanks. So, Ken, this is an original song for you from, I think, which will match the feelings and sentiment of everyone here today. I did my best to channel your favorite bands and artists. We'll see what happens. There's a part for all of us to sing. I don't want to give it away yet, but they're going to be singing. Our WellSprings singers will be singing it, and you can join in with them when we get to that part. It's like Bruce Springsteen, this is a little bit of an epic. So sit back.
Ooh, that's hot.
That's a little loud for me. In the monitors, anyway. Look, inside music already. This is where our story begins, with an ordinary caterpillar whose name is Ken. He's curious about life, curious about love. He discovered his first passion was for the bat, ball, and glove. But he wanted to fly. He wanted to touch the sky. Soon the caterpillar discovered Bruce, the boss. He learned about disappointment and loss. The power of music in that stories can heal. And that pain can be an invitation for one's demons to become real. But he wanted to fly. He wanted to touch the sky. Now one day he heard the call to dig a hole in the ground. He found a well of love and connection, a spring of peace and reflection, charged full the charge of the soul. Now he knew he could fly one day, and he'd each teach each others to touch the sky. Now this wellspring began to grow, and Ken's wings began to show. And people came from far and near to hear the butterfly's message. That's what they wanted to hear. And now Ken could fly, but he heard a new call, and it was time for him to say goodbye. But now WellSprings had grown and could be a community that could stand on its own. But no amount of riches could ever repay the butterfly for creating a space and a home for all of us to fly. And now we wish you well as you fly away. But there's one more thing that we want to say. Thank you for 1,000 Sundays. Thank you for ordinary praise. Thank you for bunnies on Easter. Thank you for making this home a safe place to pray. Thank you for your imperfect perfection. Thank you for deepening our connection. Thank you for guiding us all. Thank you for your sharing your spiritual journey. Thank you for your feast of words. Thank you for your tireless devotion. Thank you for your love of jangly guitars. Thank you for poets and prophets disguised as rock stars. Thank you for giving up your Saturday nights. Thank you for making the bar of preaching so high. Thank you for being exactly who you are. Thank you for being exactly who you are. Thank you for 1,000 Sundays. Thank you for ordinary praise. Thank you for 1,000 Sundays. Thank you for ordinary praise. Thank you. Thank you, Ken.
All right, we're going to invite the band back up one more time to play our last song. And then we'll have some cake and some ice cream.
Oh, man, I got to follow that. Jeez. All right, well, this is a special request of Ken's. Please rise, whether in body or in spirit. And if you know this song, you're going to have to help me sing along.
The title of this song is not Smell You Later. It's not that. I just wanted to be clear. The other lyrics are what it's about.
Ronnie continues to play and wear many hats today.
He's had a lot on his plate. So while we're waiting, it's key of C, right? Is he in C?
Gone at last, gone at last, gone at last, gone at last. I have long streak of bad luck, but I praise gone at last. Oh, the night was black, the road was icy, snow was falling, and the drifts were high, and I was weary from my drive then, and I stopped to rest for a while. Now I sat down at a truck stop. I was thinking about my past. Now I had a long streak of that bad luck, but I praise gone at last. 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 I had a long streak of that bad luck, but I praise gone at last. Now I ain't done. I picked around some. I don't change too easily. But that poem, so digested, just like sympathy. It's really so. What you got there? Tell me why are you so downcast? No, I had a long streak of that bad luck, but I'm afraid it's gone at last. 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 I had a long streak of that bad luck, but I'm afraid it's gone at last. Now once in a while, from out of nowhere, when you least expect it, and you're unprepared, somebody will come and lift you higher, and your burdens will be shared. No, I do believe, hadn't met you, if I hadn't met you, I'm not still singing fast. I had a long streak of that bad luck, but I'm afraid it's gone at last. 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 I had a long streak of that bad luck, but I'm afraid it's gone at last. 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 I had a long streak of that bad luck, but I'm afraid it's gone
The ice cream truck is here. I don't think we put any extra music in the slideshow, so come on out, have some cake. It's in the dining hall, have some ice cream. It's over by the parking lot, and hang out for another hour or so. And give Ken a hug and tell him how much he means to you. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thanks, everyone.